Why do men always come back, and should you give him another chance if he does? Welcome to the Daddy Academy. Let's talk about it. So, why do men come back? Okay, they come back because they went out to venture. They're going out trying to date other women, and usually the well is pretty dry. I think a lot of men, think they got it like that when they don't quite got it like that. So they go out to venture and they realize, oh damn, no one's really as good as her. Let me see what she's up to. But you have to be careful because sometimes the let's see what she's up to is just a play for attention. Okay, so it kind of depends on the guy and the situation if you should give him another chance, which I'm about to tell you. So let me start out by saying this. If you didn't like how you were being treated the first time, like you didn't like how you were being treated, okay, so maybe he wasn't giving you the effort or the consistency that you wanted, and like that's sort of the reason why it ultimately fell apart. You do not give that person another chance. He didn't take you seriously the first time at all. He is not going to the second time around. So when should you give him a chance? Okay, let's say you guys dated for a few months and it was great, but there was something logistically that was in the way. Like maybe it was long distance, maybe he's moving, maybe a family situation, like maybe like, I don't know, like a death in the family or something like that. And it just really felt like right person, wrong time. And there were a lot of external factors that were playing a part. And in a perfect world, I want people to work through that. But sometimes, you know, it's life, you can't. And let's say you end really amicably. There's a reality where you can give someone like that another chance, as long as they were treating you exactly the way you want to be treated. Okay, if he wasn't treating you exactly the way you want to be treated, we do not give that person another chance. I think that's an extremely important thing to know. But like gun to my head, 9 times out of 10, I don't think you should give somebody another chance. But if you felt the way I described, in every once in a while, for the right person, if you really feel it in your soul, you could.
And welcome back to this channel. So in this video we are talking about why men always come back after a breakup, and sometimes it's because they went out to explore, date other women, and experience what's out there, only to realize that what they had with you was actually variable. When the outside world doesn't turn out the way they expected, they start looking back at the person they left behind. Yes, but coming back doesn't automatically mean they deserve another chance. Yes, sometimes a man comes back because he genuinely misses you and has realized his mistakes, yeah. And other times, he comes back simply for attention, comfort, or because things didn't work out elsewhere. Yes, that's why you have to look at his actions, not just his words. If he truly wants another chance, he should be willing to treat you the way you deserve, take responsibility for what went wrong, and also show that he has changed completely. Or if he cheated repeatedly, refused to listen, or continued treating you badly, giving him another chance may only reopen the same wounds. And sometimes it's really a case of a right person, wrong timing. And there are maybe genuine family or personal circumstances that contributed to the breakup. So, but whatever the reason, a second chance should only be given when there is genuine effort, respect, and consistency. Yes, coming back is easy, providing that he deserves to come back is the real test. So let's get further into the video.
Fundamentally, there are three main reasons for why men return to women's lives out of nowhere after months of straight silence. Understanding these three main reasons will help you understand the psychology of why men return to a woman's life out of nowhere. And the interesting thing is, none of these reasons have to do with the woman. One of those reasons is he's seeking comfort. Do you really believe that men wake up after 6, 7, 8 months of not talking to you and suddenly realize an epiphany? They realize that they have feelings for you after not talking to you for this long? Of course not. We don't wake up suddenly one morning and realize, oh my God, she's the woman for me. She's who I needed all this time. I miss her so much, especially if it's been months. If it's been a few weeks at most, maybe there's a genuine nostalgia there coming from the man to the woman. But after months of not saying anything to you, we don't just wake up and think, oh my God, yeah, yeah, I want to be with her. That's not how things work. When men reach out to women after this long of straight silence, he's usually just trying to see if she's willing to soothe his discomfort. He's usually just trying to see if she's willing to boost his ego. He's usually just trying to see if he still has access to her the way he did at one point. Another huge reason is he realized the grass wasn't greener on the other side the way that he thought that it was. A lot of us as men have the abundance mindset of believing that there's always going to be limitless options and availability of wide access to women because of the paradox of choice. So we start to create the illusion in our minds that there's always someone better out there. And when we realize that there is no one better out there than the woman who we were once with, we try coming back into her life. They realize that dating isn't as easy as they thought that it was. So what do? They try to come back into the arms of the woman who made their life sweet at one point. They try to come back and pick up where they left off. And a lot of men will pick up right where they left off because a lot of women will welcome them back into their lives with open arms, thinking that he hit her up because he actually missed her. He wasn't even thinking about you this whole time, I promise. And this is the third reason, and it's gonna sound a little fucked up, but I have to be honest, and there's no nice way to put it. But they always saw you as the easiest option. That's why they continue to come in and out of your life, because you haven't closed all those doors that need to be closed so they can see that you're not an easy option. A man can only come in and out of your life as much as you allow him to come in and out of your life. And a lot of women have spoken to me personally one-on-one about why does he keep coming in and out of my life? It's because you don't close those doors. You don't set strict limits. You don't set boundaries. And when men see that, they're going to think in the back of their head, I can come in and out of her life as much as I please because that's exactly what she's shown me that I'm able to do. The best response to a man that has disappeared out of your life for months is pure silence. Don't say anything. Don't explain yourself. Don't try to inquire why it is that they ghosted you. The best response is silence because they don't have anything significant to offer to you anyway. A man that has something significant to offer to you wouldn't ghost you for that long in the first place. Stay silent, stay unbothered, block if you have to, but for the love of whatever you believe in, please do not respond. Because if you respond, you're giving them exactly what it is that they're looking for.
The reason why he's always coming back once you're broken up is because you're presenting him with a mental challenge again. You're mentally stimulating this man just like you did in the beginning, but you've gotten comfortable because, you're so forgiving, you love this man so much, so all of a sudden you become really convenient, you're nurturing your man, you're tailoring everything to his needs throughout the relationship, and you've forgotten who the frick you are. All of a sudden, by being so attached and needy and anxious and desperate, you're pushing this man away. And then one day you think, no, I'm going to choose myself. I'm going to choose my own dignity and self-respect rather than this man's presence in my life. And you choose to walk away from him. Okay, great for you. All of a sudden, you embody the same version that you used to be when you were single before you actually were in a relationship with this man. The version of yourself that your man was actually drawn to and fell in love with. So you all of a sudden embody that exact same mentality again. And that is the reason why he comes back around. Because he's drawn to you again. Because he's realizing you are the mental challenge again. You are so unattainable to him. And as we all know, if you follow my page, men love women that are presenting them a challenge. Men love women that are on the pedestal, that are unattainable to them. So once they win her over, they feel like their ego is inflated. They're the man that has the biggest testosterone-fueled body, mindset, whatever, because they give themselves a pat on the shoulder and think, man, I really did that. I won that woman over because she wasn't easy, okay? And a lot of women become easy during the relationship. They become convenient because they feel that their love language is, I need to nurture my man, I need to mother my man, which, by the way, is the biggest fucking misconception in society, okay? And we're also not in the 18th century anymore. By nurturing your man, by tailoring all of everything your entire life to his needs, you are pushing him away. And that is the exact same reason why they always come back once you're broken up, because you are actually becoming the version of yourself that you were used to be in the beginning, that your man was initially drawn to and fell in love with.
Multiple Harvard studies show that the moment you get over someone, they will come back. And it actually comes down to the dark matter in your body. The split second that you get over someone, your dark matter, your dark energy sends out a wave, like a homing signal, to your past situationship and implants a naked picture of you in their mind. Bear with me here. Once it implants the naked picture of you in their mind, it actually hijacks their nervous system and everywhere below their spine, every little like square on your spinal cord, I forget what those are called, down from here, is possessed to pull out their phone and send a message to you. This effect is even stronger if they've had alcohol. Albert Einstein is actually the first person to theorize this, and he called it "they always come back theory." So if your talking stage became a deluluship and then became a situationship and then went back to becoming a deluluship and then suddenly they reach out and you're back to a talking stage, it really comes down to quantum entanglement, or the sister branch to quantum entanglement, delulu entanglement, which has to kind of do with.
It's so crazy because men always come back. Like, it is literally scientifically proven. And if it's not scientifically proven, then this is my thesis. Men always come back. It don't matter what the fuck you did to them. You could tell them that their mother's a whore and she actually is a whore. They're gonna be pissed. They'll be back. You can kick them in the nuts and then spit on them. They'll be back. But for some reason, whenever they do go, there is a small part of you in your brain that's like, oh my gosh, what if he'll be back? They're always gonna come back.
Sometimes he comes back because he misses the comfort, familiarity, attention, and emotional security he once received from you. When the relationship ends, he may initially feel free. He believes there are plenty of options out there and that finding someone better will be easy. He starts exploring, meeting new women, and enjoying his freedom, but eventually reality sets in. Yes, the grass he thought would be greener may not be greener at all. Dating can be dating can be exhausting. Dating can be exhausting. New connections don't always provide the same emotional connection, understanding, reality, or comfort that he had with you, and that's when he starts remembering what he had. Yes, and sometimes he comes back because he misses the comfort, familiarity, attention, and emotion security he once received from you. When the relationship ends, he may initially feel free. He believes there are plenty of options out there and that finding someone better will be easy. He starts exploring, meeting new women, and enjoying his freedom. But eventually, reality sets in. Yes, the grass he thought would be greener may not be greener at all. Dating can be exhausting. New connections don't always provide the same emotional connection, understanding, reality, or comfort that he had with you. And that's when he starts remembering what he had. Another reason men come back is because they want to know whether they still have access to you. That message saying, "Hey, how have you been?" may look innocent, but sometimes it's really a test. Yes, he wants to know whether you will respond. He wants to know whether he can still get your attention. He wants reassurance that despite everything that happened, he still has a place in your heart. And this is where boundaries become extremely important. If someone can disappear from your life whenever they want and return whenever they feel lonely, bored, or disappointed with other options, then the cycle will continue as long as you allow it. A man learns how much access he has to you based on what you tolerate. Yes, if every time he leaves you welcome him back with open arms without requiring accountability, consistency, or genuine change, he may never have a reason to change his behavior. He knows the door is still open. Yeah. But when you close that door and choose yourself, the situation becomes difficult. Like, it becomes different. Suddenly he has to confront the consequences of his decision. Yes, and that's why silence can sometimes be more powerful than an explanation. Disappear like than an explanation. You don't always need to ask why he disappeared. You don't need to convince him that he hurt you. You don't need to to prove that you were valuable. Yes, sometimes your absence says everything. However, there is an important distinction. A man coming back does not automatically mean he has changed. Missing you is not the same as being ready to love you properly. Regretting regretting losing you is not the same as being capable of giving you the relationship you deserve. If he comes back, don't only listen to what he says, watch what he does. Is he consistent? Has he taken responsibility for what happened? Has anything actually changed? Does he respect your boundaries? Is he coming back because he genuinely wants to rebuild or because he wants access to the comfort he once had? Yes, because sometimes the comeback is not a second chance. Sometimes it's simply another test of whether you have finally learned to choose yourself. So, if a man walks away from your life and later comes back, don't automatically assume he finally realized my worth. Yeah, maybe he did, but make him prove it through his actions. You don't have to hate him, you don't have to chase him, and you don't have to accept him back simply because he returned. Sometimes the most powerful response after someone repeatedly walks away is to remain silent, protect your peace, establish your boundaries, and refuse to become an option that someone can pick up whenever it is convenient for them. Yeah, because the real victory isn't making him come back. The real victory is becoming so secure in yourself that whether he comes back or not, no longer or no longer determines your worth. Yeah. Thank you so much for watching, and please subscribe if you haven't subscribed yet. Like, comment, and share. Bye.